So if you still say okay, I don't know in every conversation, believe me, your English need an upgrade. Fluent English is not just grammar anymore. It's about vibe, confidence and aura. In this video, I'll show you the exact English phrases cool and confident people actually use in their life. If you are interested, you can continue watching this video. First one we have here, fair enough. I'll tell you the meaning of it. If you understand someone's opinion or what you say, the situation, so in that sense, you can just say fair enough. But it has the logical part as well. Like if you call your friend and he says, no, today I'm not going to come to the party. And you might have called the same person like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago. So in that sense, he told you the same thing. So in that way, you got to know that he does this all the time. So in that sense, you can just say, fair enough. I got it. I got your point, right? So in that way, you can use fair enough. So we have I'll think about it. Means if you do not want to give an immediate answer to someone, in that way, in that situation, you can just say, I'll think about it. Like if someone gives you suggestions, offers or invitations, in that like scenario, you can use it in that context. You can use I'll think about it. If someone just invites you, you can just say, no, I'm going to think about it. Like I'll think about it and then I'll let you know about this, right? So in that way, you have to use you are good. Means this is the expression I would just say if you made a small mistake and you want to apologize to someone for this small mistake, you can just say you are good. For example, if someone messaged you and after a long time you're just saying sorry for replying late, but you can just say after it you are good, right? So that's the thing here. So we have here I'm not really sure about that, right? So if you're doubtful or if you're uncertain, so in that situation you have to use I'm not really sure about that, right? If someone asks you, do you think this will work? So in that way, if you do not know this plan will work or not, so you can just say I'm not really sure about that, right? If someone asks you, is he telling the truth? So it means you do not know like whether he's lying or not. So in that way, you can just say I'm not really sure about that, right? So it is what it is. Like if you got disappointment, unexpected things or failures, in that sense, you can just say it is what it is. For example, it may not happen to you, but I would just say if you fail an exam, you can just say it is what it is. I have to prepare again now for the same exam because I've wasted a year without preparing, right, for that exam. Now I have to prepare again, but I failed this exam. It is what it is, right? Now we have I know my worth. I know my worth. This is a good one. I would just say if you know your value, if you know what you are, so in that way you have to say I know my worth, right? For example, I would just give you an example of a friend. If you want your friend to stay at your home for a night, so in that sense you can just say, you can just tell him please stay, but he doesn't agree. So what you can just say, I don't beg to people for anything. I know my worth. So in that scenario or situation or the context, you can use this I know my worth, right? We have I prefer staying low-key. If you do not need much attention or you want your privacy to be hidden, so in that way you can just say I prefer staying low-key. For example, I would just say I don't post much online because like I prefer staying low-key, right? So you have to use in this way. So you got a point. We have this one here, like if you just say, if someone says to you something reasonable or correct thing, so you can just say you got a point there, right? You got a point, right? In that way you have to use it. So we got here we'll see. Like when you are uncertain about something in the future, like what will happen, you do not know. If someone asks you something like about a plan or something, so you can just say we'll see. We do not know about that, right? What will happen in the future, nobody knows. So we have to say we'll see, right? We'll see. So we have that's not really my concern. So if you want to stay away from drama or unnecessary issues, you can just say that's not really my concern. But I would just say this is kind of a rude way to say to someone like that's not my really concern, that's not really my concern, right? Because you are telling that person like this is your responsibility. You have done something wrong, and why would I take responsibility for it, right? So you can just say that's not my responsibility, but it can have the good vibe as well. So you can use these ones, right? So I've taught you these like advanced, I would just say English phrases that confident and cool people use in their daily life. And if you have enjoyed, if you have learned something new, just let me know in the comment section. And if you do not understand anything, I would appreciate if you just hit your comment in the comment section. And please hit that subscribe button if you want to learn English by me. I would just say somehow it must be clicked. And thanks for watching.